Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who have already subscribed, thank you so much for supporting Glorious Events. For those who are new to the channel, please like the video and subscribe in the red button below. Today we are going to talk about how to organize for your wedding launch. Your wedding launch is an important occasion in itself because it's the first time that you're telling your guests officially about your wedding day, and so it should be well planned because it will set the precedent, it will set a pace for your wedding meetings, for all the other things that will come after the launch up to your wedding day. So before we get into how you organize your wedding launch, the 5 wedding tips that I shared is a very important video to watch before you watch this one, because it will help you plan earlier and those things will directly be needed here in the wedding launch. So if you have not watched that video, we shall leave the link for you to click and watch it before you watch this one. So anyway, let's move on. How do you organize your wedding launch, especially in these tough COVID-19 times that we're experiencing? Number one, you need to budget for it. It's an event on its own, the launch. You need to budget for it. This budget should entail the venue charges. If you're using restaurants or hotels, spaces, the venue charges, you should plan for the venue charges. In Uganda and in Kampala, most people love to go to Centenary Park. There are many restaurants in it, and it's just in a good position, in a good location, in that it's accessible to everyone. And there are also some good locations like Uma Showground and Uganda National Theatre, and some restaurants around town that you can use to host your wedding launch. And these spaces range from 50,000 to 100,000, but most of them it's 50,000. So you should have that budgeted aside. If your launch is on a weekend, maybe a Saturday or Sunday, I would encourage you can use your home or your parents' home or your chairman's home. You can use a home setting if it's on a weekend. So in that way, you don't have to incur the venue cost. But if it's during the weekday or still a weekend, but you just prefer a certain venue, then please put aside the venue charge under your budget for your wedding launch. Next, you should budget for drinks and snacks that you're going to serve your guests who will come for the launch. If your budget allows, you can do a barbecue. Because most wedding launches are done in the afternoon towards evening, and it's a good time that you can have a barbecue. It just sets an easy, laid-back, celebratory mood for your guests, and they get into the mood and they're able to enjoy the launch and offer their pledges or cash contributions to you. So you can do drinks and snacks, or you can do drinks and barbecue. Please do not keep people hungry for the whole time. At least budget for something for your guests, because this is the first time you're calling them together. This is the first time that you're meeting some of these people, and the first, what's that saying, the first impressions matter. The way you will treat them that first time that they are coming together for your cause, the way you treat them will set a pace for your wedding meetings. It will set a pace for how they will contribute. Even if someone came for your wedding launch and they have nothing to eat, nothing to drink, remember a wedding launch takes at least 3 hours, minimum 3 hours. It's not like a wedding meeting that takes 30 minutes to 1 hour and people are going home. A wedding launch it's bigger, so you can't keep people waiting and hungry for all that time. And these are the same people you're asking to contribute to your budget. So someone will end up walking up to the bar to pick a drink or something to eat. They are reducing on the amount they should have given you. So be hospitable. Be hospitable to your guests and offer them something to drink and something to eat. And they'll appreciate it, trust me, and they'll feel like well taken care of. They'll feel good and they'll be able to give more generously. Next, you need to budget for your stationery. Your stationery, I mean your pledge cards, your invitation cards, and your wedding budget. You need all this printed out and ready before the launch. Like by the time the launch is happening, they need to be there. Pledge card, invitation card, wedding budget. I would advise, if you can, do a 3-in-1. And let's save the paper waste. Why waste all that paper and all that cost? Because pledge cards, that's a cost. Invitation card, that's a cost, and sometimes a very big cost, depending on the type of invitation card you're using. Some people even import invitation cards. So depending on what you like, if to you an invitation card is very important, like it was for me, because to me it was like my way of letting people into our world. So I put in a lot of effort in it. I made an invitation card that was in a design of a passport. Yes, because my in-laws are from Kenya and my people are from Uganda, so I thought, passport, people are coming from, they are crossing borders. Together with my sister and my team, we put in a lot of time, of effort, of thought into the card, and I loved it. Everyone who got the card loved it. So if invitation card is that important to you, you can put that aside and cost it aside and just have it aside. But if it is not very important to you, you can just combine it. You can just combine those 3 things in one. I'll share with you a photo of a 3-in-1 that one of my couples is using, and I think it's a very brilliant idea. You combine your pledge card, your invitation card, and your budget in one paper. So this side is the wedding budget, this side is the invitation card, and below it is the space for pledging. So you have someone who just pledge, you tear that off, and they remain with the invitation card and the budget, so that they are reminded, this event is happening on this day, this is the budget you need to contribute to, or that you have pledged to contribute to. So in that way, you're saving costs, you're saving paper for the environment. You need to choose and inform your wedding committee, not necessarily the whole committee, but at least the top 2 or 3 people. That is the chairman, the treasurer, and the secretary. Especially the chairman and the treasurer. These are people that you trust. These are people that will be with you the whole way. So make sure you choose a chairman and a treasurer that are close to you, that trust you, that will not mind you calling them at night, that will not mind you, just disturbing them throughout the whole process, because you'll be checking in on them every time, because you have to be in the same accord. So you have to inform them in advance so that they attend the launch and are introduced to the guests as the chairman and the treasurer. Since we're in a digital era, I would highly recommend and advise that you open up a WhatsApp group or any online platform for your guests, because when you call people for the launch, not everyone will make it to the launch. Some people stay far, some people are very far from you, some are country, some are at work, or different scenarios. But if you have this online platform where you can get all of them together, I mean, we're in a digital era, let's embrace it. So you use the online platforms to your advantage. The easiest one is WhatsApp. You make a WhatsApp group, get someone to manage it, and like really be intentional and specific about the purpose of the group. Don't open a WhatsApp group and add 300 people, and every morning you have 30 messages saying good morning. Some people will leave. Some people will leave the group. So just make sure you open the group, you communicate at the start of the group that this group is specifically for so and so and so and so's wedding. We are here to contribute towards that. Let's respect the group. Let's keep all the communications in this group towards that cause, so that it's a bit moderated. So having an online platform or group will help you get contributions from people who are far, who cannot make it to where you are. And your secretary will be posting the details of what happened and the contributions that have come in, just keeping people in the same lane. So those who are far can follow the deliberations, the discussions. They can follow that on the WhatsApp group, and they are able to pledge their contributions or send their cash contributions to a certain number of your treasurer's number, actually. So when you're organizing a wedding launch, especially in these COVID-19 times, make sure you're following the guidelines from the authorities. Make sure you're following the guidelines from the Ministry of Health, and you have the permission from the police. Check out your venue. You make sure they have enough space so that you can social distance your guests. You can sit them like a bit separated, not so close to each other. Make sure the place is spacious enough so that your sitting arrangement allows for social distancing. Make sure they have hand sanitizers, so that you either have your guests washing hands or using the hand sanitizer as they come in. Communicate to your guests to wear their face masks, to come with their face masks, so that you're protecting them, you're not exposing them to any danger. You're social distancing, you have the sanitizers in place, and everyone is safe. Also, during these COVID-19 times, do not make noise. Make sure, I know launches in our normal settings without COVID are a celebratory affair. People want to dance and clap and do all the noises because, yeah, they're celebrating. You've officially announced that you're having a wedding. Some are so happy for you because finally you're off the bachelor's list. Some are just glad that you finally found your soulmate. Some people are just in a celebratory mood. But during these COVID-19 times, please, you have to minimize on the noise. So no music system, no public address system. Don't have your MC or your chairman moving around with the microphone talking to people. No, you'll create noise, and that can be grounds for your launch to be shut down. So just talk, be audible. Don't use a microphone, don't use a music system, nothing like that. Just talk. So encourage your people, your crowd. When someone has announced something, or there's time for clapping, or the Mgole has finished giving his speech, don't clap. Just nod your head or smile or give him a thumbs up. so that you minimize on the noise. You keep calm. And last but not least, during COVID-19 times, we have curfew. We have curfew. Launches go on up to past midnight because people are celebrating. But you have to be mindful of curfew time. So make sure you start early, at least by 2, latest 3. You have started your wedding launch program, and by 6, latest 7, actually 6, you should have finished so that people move back to their homes safely and are not caught up with the curfew times. So that's what I wanted to share with the couples out there, the chairmen, the treasurers, anyone you know who is having a wedding. You can share this video with them and give them some tips and some things that they can use as they are planning for the launch. Yeah, so that they follow these and you have a successful wedding launch. Thank you so much for listening to me. Remember to like the video and subscribe to Glorious Events YouTube channel. Thank you. God bless you. I am at the venue, Bistrona Bar and Restaurant at Centenary Park. Here we are at our venue at Bistro Bar and Restaurant. As you can see, we are observing the social distancing. The tables are a bit far from each other so that we observe the social distance. The sanitizer is right there at the entrance. Yeah, my mask is here. We've told all our guests to come with their masks, so we'll be social distancing and keeping safe. This is our auction gift. Auction gift, you can see it has please save the date on it and some other wordings, so you can do something simple in these COVID times. You can organize your wedding meeting or your wedding launch in a way that you keep your guests safe and you still continue on with your wedding preparations. So as long as you observe the guidelines given by the authorities, get permission from the authorities to hold your event, make sure the venue you picked or the place you're doing it from, they're observing all the guidelines, including social distancing, including having the sanitizer and having your face mask. So yeah, this is it. We are set.